colonizers. Think about what happened when people colonized each other.
Like Drake? Drake should colonize. Jesus.
I'm not gonna go on Drake right now, not on this podcast.
That's another scary episode.
Dude. Yeah, Drake's gonna get his own episode.
So yeah, what if they come back and colonize us? That's where the scary part is. Because what if there's another civilization?
What up, y'all? We're the new Horror Boys, and today we got your boy Paulie, Chile, Bass, and our guest spot today, Poppy.
Started the show.
Star. Today we're going to be talking conspiracies, scary conspiracies.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's get straight into it.
Who wants to start? Paul?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'll start mine first, seeing as mine might not be as interesting as your guys's. So my first one, I'm just going to be light about it. Fuck it.
Nah, I like yours.
So my first one is the light at the end of the tunnel theory. This is the theory that when we're experiencing the moment of death, that light at the end of the tunnel is not the afterlife, but in fact the moment of your birth.
Vaginal canal.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. It's another way of reincarnation, and it's instead of you just dying, you're just another baby. It's popping out.
But it's scary in one sense because it's like, okay, I lived this full life,
Yeah.
and all of a sudden, poof, out into another new life.
For real, dude. Hey, what if you're not even human anymore? Maybe it's like you become some kind of other mammal or something.
You're coming
Or
out
you're just a
you're coming out of a horse. I don't know why Ace Ventura.
You're coming out of the rhino,
Right? Yeah, that movie.
The light at the end of the tunnel. Yeah, just simple. It was kind of scary, kind of lighthearted and funny. And yeah, that's where I'm going with that.
It's a good one though. I like that.
All right. Go ahead, Chile.
Alright. So I went off the deep end. I like to go off the deep end all the time, but so my conspiracy is aliens created us, and I love the show Ancient Aliens. I like getting drunk and just watching the episodes. Hilarious. The Giorgio Scott, is that what it's called?
So apparently he's drunk every episode. He looks messed up, dude. Giorgio Tsoukalos, but I mean that's how we pronounce it. But I hear other people say other ways. But
on the show they say Tsoukalos, so
yeah,
Giorgio Tsoukalos.
yes, but I don't know.
I feel like Tsoukalos just sounds way better.
It does. It really does, dude. Like if you just put PhD in front of it, like yeah, I believe that he has a pretty good dick.
Remember that one time he said he has a pretty huge degree?
Yeah.
He said that?
He goes, oh, he has a PhD, and I'm thinking, oh yeah, I know what you mean. He goes, no, a pretty huge degree.
Yeah.
Yeah, the level of education you have to get through.
Right.
Yeah. Anyways,
So aliens.
yeah, so the aliens created this one. So I like to tie in some sources from we'll go a little bit with the Bible, where it talks about how God came down to the Garden of Eden, like why is he physical? And then there's the Sumerian legends, like people were created by these aliens and this and that. And, I don't want to go too much into detail. Try to keep it short, but I feel like I'm taking these pauses that I'm gonna cut out later.
Or leave it, fuck it. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it shows how we started. So yeah, it's like all these crazy ideas and conspiracies, and it's like we're very different from other like hominids and stuff like that. Like Neanderthals were stronger, they had bigger brains, but they weren't as social. It's like we were kind of meant to be almost like ants in a colony to help each other out and work out. That's what we have, or to work for each other. That's why we have more stamina compared to the other apes. Like a chimp isn't as smart, but it's way stronger. And the way we hunted animals was we would tire them out with our stamina. While and we have they used to tool it because we have better dexterity. Well, chimps will hunt by, just chasing it down, overpowering the animals. They'll eat monkeys, the chimps, a lot of other things. So that's one thing. And our build is very good for technology, because we're smart enough to figure out that if you shoot electricity into rocks, you can trick them into thinking. That's why we have like all this technology all over the world, and it's a pretty crazy concept to even think about. So, I mean, basically, you're watching this on your phone. You're basically getting you basically have the silicone or a rock that's basically getting electrocuted into sending these light signals to all this plastic that you or even the plasma screen or whatever you have to watch through glass, whatnot. And it's just kind of crazy how we're kind of designed for this thing. While if we were ocean dwelling creatures, we wouldn't have any kind of technology. It's because we're on dry land, and it seems pretty crazy that we have like all the right builds for all these things because we can create fire and all. Like a dolphin can never create fire. Imagine trying to light something.
Let's flip her. And you just do more. You can't do shit.
I mean, the motherfucker has to figure out thermite, and you're not gonna get that nowhere.
He got his little sonar rebounding bullshit, but
Yeah,
you can't fucking start a fire. Or pick up a pencil.
No, I can't.
But let me ask you this: where's the scary part in all this?
Simple. Now, imagine in deep space, there's all these other civilizations, bro, and they're like, you know what? There's this planet on Earth, and I really want that gold for some reason. Build better electronics because I mean, if you look at the audio hardware, gold has like the least amount of like ohms or resistance. So it's very good for shooting these electronic was it ohms?
Sorry about the big fake cloud.
I want a big cloud. My guy. Damn, dude.
My thing's still fucking big. What the fuck?
Yeah, they last a little while.
Yeah. Anyways, so yeah, the scary part is there's other stuff out there. What if they find us and they try to colonize us? Think about what happened when people colonized each other.
Like Drake? He's
Oh.
Drake's a colonization.
Jesus.
I'm not gonna go on Drake right now. Not on this podcast.
That's another scary episode.
Yeah, Drake's gonna get his own episode.
So yeah, what if they come back and colonize us? That's where the scary part is. Because what if there's other civilizations? What if it's about just kind of until they become another civilization where they can create planets themselves. They might just go to a single planets where it's less work and actually possible to colonize.
Yeah,
So that'd be a scary one.
Aliens?
Dude, how you gonna fight them? I mean, I love the Independence Days, but nah, nah, it's not how it's gonna go down. Yeah, go over.
Alright, mine is a little trippy, dude. Quantum immortality. I think that's what somebody on Reddit coined it. But it's the ties into the multiverse. It's the idea that any time you've ever had a near death experience, or maybe you got really fucked up when I just completely blacked out. Maybe you died, dude. Maybe you died, but then your consciousness was not done on its research path. Automatically shifted you to another reality, another universe, right? Where you came close to him, but now you slid right by.
And I could see that happening.
Yeah, I mean, I have a personal experience. I'm not going to get into it too, but definitely, yeah. I mean, it makes sense, and it trips me out, dude. It really does. It's hard to talk about, dude. But yeah, basically, yeah. You're. I think the way I see it is your soul's here on a journey, and it's here to learn and trial and error, right?
Yeah.
And you did some stupid shit because you have a little bit of free will, right? And you fucked up its plans. It's like, God damn it! All right, we're gonna switch to universe C3, fucking whatever.
Right.
And yeah, and then you just continue living on. It could be maybe not even with just near-death experiences, but also maybe embarrassing fucking things that happen to you where it's like, oh my god, you know what I mean? Because usually a lot of the shit we worry about, right, it really never comes to fruition, right?
Right.
A lot of the stuff we have anxiety about, stress about, yeah, deja vu too. Like something can feel so familiar, like I've been through here. I know
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go too into that because
I get it.
yeah. But
like
yeah,
it.
it scares the shit out of me too. It's also comforting. It's like, oh, I may never actually have to like experience anything traumatic. You know, like I feel like when your soul's ready, like then it will end at some point. But yeah, I don't think there's any gray area between like when you die and when you're living. Like you've always existed. You never cease to exist, right?
Right.
Your whole life. You know, I mean,
Well, it's like something that I've learned is that we are not human beings experiencing the universe. We are the universe experiencing human life.
exactly.
To feel emotions. And stuff
We all
like
come
that.
from that singular existence, right? Like the one thing that just expanded itself in infinite ways, in all different directions, good, bad, evil. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. My thing. Yeah. So like, if you zoomed out and you were able to look at the universe, like if you were outside of it, it would just be one singular thing.
And look at our creation. Look at how we're formed. Like we start off, right? Sperm cell into an egg, but then it multiplies and just switches out. But it all started from one single part.
One single thing.
And that is the
Basically, the explanation of the multiverse. Yep.
So that's my theory.
I mean,
Hell yeah.
I mean, technically, so when a sperm fertilizes an egg, there's a flash of light. It has to do with the zinc, but and I forgot what else. What other thing?
Wait, the flash of light?
Yeah.
Like my theory?
Yeah.
Damn.
There's a flash of light when a sperm fertilizes an egg. It has something to do with zinc and something else, but that's what causes the flash of light.
Mm-hmm.
So that could be the light at the end of the tunnel.
Well, or that could, yeah, exactly. That's
That
the
could be the
soul.
Big Bang,
That's
dude.
the soul entering, or mini Big Bang.
Big Bang.
I mean, Big Bang.
Never knew this.
Damn.
Never knew the name was so fitting.
Right?
What's the word for that? Like when you're just like, oh, can I have plastic silverware? It's an oxymoron.
Oh,
Mini
yeah.
Big Bang. Plastic silverware, or can I have the jumbo shrimp?
Jumbo shrimp. Oxymoron. Oh, yeah.
Anyway.
Well, that's what I got on that. I mean, I think that's big enough for.
Oh,
Probably
yeah.
should have saved that for the last one. That's a little more fun.
No, I like your last one.
Kind of should have
So.
fucking data.
Oh yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. For my last one, I did the Truman Show theory, and this is the idea that well, there's many different ways of explaining this, but I'll explain one where you're in this world, but that something's always constantly watching you, and you're possibly being controlled. That kind of scares the shit out of me. Like, what if there isn't, other realities, and this is where we're at, we're trapped, and then there's something watching us,
Okay.
whether it be God or some other kind of alien entity just watching us and controlling everything that we do.
Okay.
So at any moment, anything can change.
So let me ask you a couple questions. Like they have full control over you, or like they can affect your mood. They have how they control.
So that's what I'm saying. They can either have full control over you and make you do things you don't want to do. So, like, for instance, what if like a serial killer like Ted Bundy didn't want to murder people, but like all of a sudden something went in his brain and like controlled him to start doing this stuff. Like, I don't know. It could be anything. Like, and it just scares me that like, what if we don't fully control everything that we do with ourselves?
Yeah.
I mean, I get that we can't control the outside world, but what if we can't physically control ourselves all the time? Because you hear about things where people go, "Oh, I don't remember doing that," or just anything. It's crazy.
Alcohol would be whoever's controlling us is the greatest tool, man. That's God, yeah, right? Back out of line.
Jesus.
Shouts out Jesus. I'm gonna talk about him next
So
time.
there you go. There you go.
Does
Yeah.
that conclude your theory?
Yeah, that's pretty much it for me.
Actually, I want to touch upon it a little bit more, just because actually I found it pretty interesting.
Okay.
So you mentioned like God or aliens or I guess extra-dimensional beings, or whatever. Like, how do they control you? Like through some kind of
So what if you are the simulation?
like a program?
Yeah, exactly, like a program, and they can just rewrite your code,
Like
and
we're
they'll make you just do something.
Oh, I like that.
Like we're in the
Saints
Sims.
Row?
God damn,
That scares the shit out of me. I was like, yeah, but
Exactly.
it's terrifying.
It's terrifying.
Like, what the fuck was?
What if those people think they're really real.
Well, yeah. Can I give a real quick,
Yeah.
a little insight?
Yeah.
I have another. I'm not going to go into it. It's a mini theory, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Anything that is created and is monitored by its creator has a consciousness.
Huh.
Like if I fucking draw or make a clay thing, right? Yeah, he can't walk. He's not mechanical. He's not made for that, right?
Right.
But the fact that I sit there and I look at him and if I truly believe he's real and I give him personality and everything, he might be conscious. That's fair.
It's funny that you say that because all of a sudden this movie called, I believe it's called Harold, and the purple crayon is coming out.
Oh, it's not the one with Ryan Reynolds or whatever?
No, not no. That was it. No, this is the one with who is it? Oh, the guy that played Shazam.
Oh, whatever.
I don't know. That just kind of reminded me of that.
Can't remember the guy's name.
I don't remember his name. But he was also in Chuck. Chuck was a TV series. Going on topic.
It's all good.
Yeah. Isn't that kind of crazy too?
Yeah, well, I think about that sometimes when you look at cartoons and you're thinking, do these things, even though they were created and made, do they really think that they're doing all that? Because that could be us.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody just kind of drew up everything and we're like, all right, now press play.
And that would be the fact that we do have consciousness means we exist.
Right.
Or that, no, I'm sorry. That shot to me too. It means that something that we're being observed, active, consistent,
Right.
constantly observed.
Yeah.
Which is kind of crazy.
And yeah, I mean, true the show right there.
Yeah, dude. You watch Wave Shadow, bro.
I don't mind.
Make sure you
I
get
feel
your
bad.
show.
Sorry, kids.
So,
Alright, man. Go ahead.
the next one is deja vu, and it's like your life flashing before your eyes. That's what it is. So, my theory about deja vu is that so people say when you have like a near death experience, your whole life flashes before your eyes. So deja vu is just like it's like a hiccup. Like wait, I went through this before. So your whole life is flashing before your eyes, and then you remember, as you're dying, like wait, I've been through this before. That's your brain just having a hiccup, like wait a second, why have I lived this moment before? But your whole life is basically already gone. Your brain was trying to protect you, but there's that one issue where it couldn't get rid of that memory, but you relived it in a sense. Like it couldn't hide the fact that you've already lived through it. That's why you have the deja vu, and you kind of go like, wait, why have I gone through this before? Because you're dying, and you're remembering a little bit, and it's kind of leading me to wait, I am dying.
So kind of like that kind of plays into it when people say like someone had a gun at your head and they pulled the trigger.
Yeah.
So as that bullet's coming, your brain just immediately gets into that idea like, it doesn't know what to do.
Yeah.
So instead of trying to accept death, it like flashes back to the beginning and you kind of relive everything.
Yeah, because you know what your body does when it's dying? DMT. Exactly, it releases DMT. And we know from ayahuasca, people will live whole lifetimes, under DMT. And it's kind of yeah. Well, that's why the theory kind of works. It's you're basically having a DMT trip, and you're having your whole life is flashing before your eyes, but you're living it. And then when you have deja vu, is because that one instance, it wasn't properly filtered through where you kind of forgot it and relived it again. You kind of just relived it and you're like, wait a second, I've been through this moment before. And your brain is just trying to protect you from knowing that you already died.
Right.
Or knowing that you're already dying. That's what it is.
Yeah. Wow. That is trippy.
Yeah. I still want to do the Hollow Earth one. I would have I'm gonna get a tinfoil hat and I'm gonna put it on YouTube Shorts. Actually, it might be too long. YouTube Shorts. We'll put it on something, bro. Yeah, I really want to
That
do
can
it.
be, So I think going forward, we should probably just do more of the topics.
Yeah.
Right.
And just all kind of give our opinion, go deeper and shit.
Yeah, absolutely.
I also want to do movie reviews.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we'll do a couple. Yeah, but we'll do like
Oh, I have a couple ideas for some of the ones I want to see too. So,
Which ones?
well, don't want to really give it up right
No,
now.
no spoilers.
We got to talk behind the scenes. We got to talk about this.
You guys got questions? We're going to base.
I think I asked what I needed. Yeah.
Once.
Yeah.
Twice.
Base. All right, my final number 2 theory is the God in the Old Testament isn't the God in the New Testament. Trigger warning. It's just a theory, by the way. I think it's interesting. I like anything that provokes thought, so if that bothers you, you probably won't like this podcast. But
Or this
episode. Yeah. But anyways, going into it, so this theory comes from the fact that if you look at how God is portrayed in the Old Testament, he's very vengeful, he's spiteful, he's demanding, he demands your compliance, or he's just gonna fuck you up, dude. And once you start reading in the New Testament, which I haven't actually read the whole Bible, which that's kind of on my bucket list. Just because.
I got like three of them. You want one? Or I can let you borrow one.
I got it on my phone.
I mean, I got one with like everything, bro. Like a pocket and everything.
What?
Yeah.
Anyways,
Okay.
hold on. We'll get back into that.
We'll talk about that.
Before I lose my train.
Yeah.
Is that the boobs is seeping in, bud? Nah, but yeah, so like in the Old Testament you have God completely obliterating Sodom and Gomorrah, right?
Okay.
Demanding sacrifices.
Yeah.
What was it, Isaac or Isaiah?
No.
Where he demanded him to kill his son, Abraham.
Oh yeah, Abraham.
Abraham, yeah. Dude, demanded him to kill his son. And very much means like.
The angel.
Yeah. You know what I mean? He's painted more and he's described more physically too. You know? When you get to the New Testament, he's more this benevolent, loving God, sends Jesus to save us and teaches the right way. He's not described as like physically. He's more described as like, an entity,
Yeah.
And
Which I guess I never thought of.
yeah. So I don't know if he's like more of like this cosmic being, like, the one, the one we all stem from, our consciousness. Some people dig into the Old Testament God being more actually like an alien.
Yeah.
All my theories got to tie into you. I just realized that with this one. But like he was almost like here, like running Earth as like a plantation. Some people think that we were here like mining these precious materials too, stuff like that. What was it? Building the Tower of Babel was us trying to like fight back. But yeah, so yeah, that's pretty much it. Like that, God in the Old Testament was more like a physical, almost like an alien being. Here, maybe we stem from him. Maybe he was one of the fallen angels or whatever that's described in the Book of Enoch.
Like Metatron?
Metatron, no, he's an archangel.
Yeah, but he was also one of the fallen angels.
Was he? Oh, I thought he was like a good guy. I don't know. I should have done more research on it, but yeah, it's kind of trippy, dude. How do you change from this like punishing, like no remorse, ruthless, overseer to now this benevolent, spiritual? You know what I mean? I think maybe there was a miscommunication.
Okay.
Well, here's my question on that. In the Old Testament, was Lucifer already evil, or was he still an angel back in the Old Testament?
So around the time of Job, that's when we know for sure, or that's when we know about Satan. Yeah, so that was probably the fallen angel. And further upon in the Bible, we talk about he's a snake, and people find it's Lucifer who was Samael.
But see, that's all New Testament, though, right?
No, technically, it's kind of because like the books all kind of tie together. Yeah, at least that's what Christians say. So that's how they tie it back to Samael being Lucifer, who was Satan, and Job.
There's also this thing that you guys know about Kundalini, right? Your energy chakra force. They say that's what the serpent wants to do in Genesis. Was that our free will basically coming out. That the serpent, aka your kundalini, aka you, basically.
Right.
Or, that's what like temptation, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is emotion, feelings, and free will. There was also something else I wanted to touch on. I'll come back. But yeah, that's pretty much that on that theory. I do want to read the Bible. Forgive me if we misquoted it. But yeah, if you have something to say, you can leave that in the comments.
Yep.
We love that.
We need to do more research. I'd like to learn.
That's interesting. I think a lot of it is more like metaphors and shit. Metaphors.
Right. Well, it's funny you say that. Not to drag this on, but like I do view the Bible as that. Like when you look at the name Adam, it could also mean atom, like the molecules,
Right.
or and then Eve, to conceive. Like so I do kind of view it as like certain words kind of translate into something deeper that we can actually see in our day-to-day lives.
I mean, I don't speak Aramaic or ancient Hebrew or.
Dude, get with the times,
So,
bro.
I'm just saying, it could be, because I don't
You don't
speak
speak Arabic? That's funny. That's my family. Actually speaks Neo-Arabic. That's what Syrian is. They speak Neo-Arabic. Yeah, I wish I would have learned that when I was with them. Bobby, what is your conspiracy theory?
Her conspiracy is,
Humans don't see as equal and feed me shit.
yeah, the dog food.
And they get
dog
stingy
food
when the
conspiracy.
cage comes around.
Alright.
You love me, Bobby.
Alright, I think that about,
That wraps it up. Thank you. This is the new Horror Boys. Episode 2. Still figuring things out.
Episode 2. We'll see you in the third one when we do the dark web. Oh yeah. Damn, we're gonna get deep on that one.
We already got 2 stories, so.
I wonder how much of those are true or just like freaky gossip.
I actually got one from, I think it was the DOJ.
Yeah, okay.
Department of Justice, yeah.
You definitely touch on silver.
I thought those